practice of yoga without having to worry about whether or not you're on top of your knees or tops of your ankles. A lot of people have issues with different areas of the body or just want to have a different variation of the practice. So I'm happy to share this. So we'll go over to the mat and just begin right away. Remember, all the breathing is through the nose. Deep inhale and exhale. First thing we'll do is we'll just sit down horizontally on the mat. And just a really gentle forward bend and abductors movement. So taking our hands here behind us, just place it behind the hips. Bring these shoulder blades together, and then just gently pushing the heels out. This opens the abductors. It's a really nice controlled way to do so without forcing or straining. So stay here for a couple breaths. The more you bring your shoulder blades back together, open your heart, lift your chin for deep belly breathing, the more effective this is. And remember, always sending the oxygen, the air, the part area that's being activated in each technique. So stay here for another breath. And now it's a very subtle motion, but we're going to move now the head and the shoulders from one side to the other with the breath, getting a further extension. You'll feel a slight movement here on the inside of the abductors. And again, it's a nice way to start the day. So we're here in the center with the inhale breath, then exhale. Just turn the shoulders and head slightly, moving the abductor there. Inhale back to center, and exhale to the other side. You get the benefit of a slight twist here. Stay there for breath. And now back to the center. Inhale. Now we'll repeat one more time. Exhale over to the side. Remember, no forcing or straining. Just go to the point where you can stay fixed or static. And if you want to go a little bit deeper, always with every technique, just try and do it with the exhale breath. Now inhale, come back to center. And now exhale over to the other side. Inhale back to center. And now release those arms. They might feel a little bit fatigued from being in a lock there behind you. So arms to the side. This is what I call piano player. So moving the fingers like you're strumming the keys on a piano. Other direction now. And then we'll do the same thing with the palms up, facing up. This is really nice. Get the circulation going to all the extremities here. And now we'll just do a gentle forward bend here. So reaching up, inhale all the way to the sky. Capture the elbows over your head. And we're just going to do forward rotation. So that's the exhale breath. Don't go too far. Keep yourself well positioned. Don't lift the back off the floor. Exhale, going down. And as you're inhaling, coming up. Again. Exhale as you go off to the side, into the center. Just a gentle movement. Let the gravity and the breath take you. And then inhale, coming up and around. Another time. Exhale. And coming up to the center. At the top of your next inhale, pause. And we'll go back now the other way. So, exhale. And then inhale, it's just swooping up. Close your eyes, feel the sensations. Again, exhaling. You never want to rush or hurry these techniques. Better synchronize with the breath. So just take your time and enjoy the moment. Okay. Inhale, and then drop your arms to the side. Exhale. Let's get the circulation going again with the fingers here. So just a little flicking, like we have wet water on our hands and no towel. And now the other way, facing towards you. And now we go to the lying down sequence, part of this lying down on the mat. So you might see here I have 2 yoga straps. You can also use shirt ties or cloth, towel even. So if you need to grab something, now's the moment. We'll do 1 or 2 techniques using these for the legs. So let's just start off here. So find yourself in a comfortable position, shoulders completely flat, head on the mat, hands on the mat. You want you to have your hands facing down for support. And now we'll start by just lifting the right leg up into the air. We're really going head to toes, so we'll start with the toes first. So pushing or curling the toes upwards towards the sky, that's the exhale breath, and then bring it back towards you, that's the inhale. And just the toes, not the ankle. So just coordinate it, synchronize the breath, exhale up with the toes. Inhale back. I like to pause in the end of the inhale, just hold my breath for a moment, really get the flexion there in the toes. So try that. And now we'll keep the same leg in the air and go for those ankles. This one's for the ankles, so pushing down or upwards if you like an accelerator in an electric car. So hold there for a moment at the end of your inhale, get the extra extension, and then release, pushing back up, exhale. Just go at your own pace here. Okay, and now release. Changing sides. Do window wipers. That means, just, hopefully it's in the camera, the feet just going side to side together like window wipers. This is good for releasing any tension between these different techniques here without running a full routine of sun salutation. It's a good, shall we say, intermission. So now, lifting the left leg up, make sure your back is completely flat on the mat, palms facing down. And now for the toes. So pushing up, exhale, pulling back, inhale. And now keep this leg raised. We're going to go for the ankles now. So same thing as before, pushing upwards, exhale. Then you bring the ankle back, the whole foot. Inhale, really flexing the calf. Stay there for a moment, hold your breath. Get the extra opening there. And then pushing up again. Just go at your own pace with the breath. Okay, now exhale, release. And again, window wipers, feet side to side. And I've done this sequence previously, but today I'm adding a few things. And one of the things I'm going to add is the more advanced techniques for the leg lift and for the bicycle. So first one is the leg lift. So you bring your leg all the way up, vertical, just facing up to the sky. And you want to then release on the exhale breath, holding just the heel above the floor, not letting it touch. Then inhale, bringing it up. Now the variation of this is with both legs. Definitely a stronger core workout. Be careful, don't let the small of the back lift off the mat. Use the palms for leverage, and it works the same way. So exhale down, and inhale up. Again, continue with one leg if you prefer. I'm just doing this for a little variety here in the video. Hold there for a minute, then come back up. A few more times. Just go at your own pace. Exhale, release. Now for those of you just doing one leg, we'll switch to the other leg. For those who want to carry on with two legs, go for it. Yoga conditioning, I call it. So coming up, inhale, and exhale down. And let this be the last one. Exhaling, gently releasing. Hold there for a moment before touching the floor. Challenge yourself. And exhale, release. And now, window wipers side to side. And now we'll do the bicycle. Like I mentioned previously, I've been sharing this one in the sequences. It's very good for our digestive system. The breath is as you're pulling the knee up, like you're pedaling a bicycle. You're on the inhale. As you're pushing away, that's the exhale. Now, you can do both legs at the same time, but again, make sure the small of the back, your back is completely flat on the mat. Don't compromise. Good alignment. So let's just do with one leg first to start. Pushing out, exhale, bring it in. Inhale, up and around, pushing. Inhaling as you come back. Now, with both legs, same thing, same breath, same synchronization, but using the hands a little bit to keep that back on the floor. Exhale and inhale. Continue with one leg if you're more comfortable. This is a little bit more demanding, shall we say, on the core. Exhale, release. Keep the back flat, lower both legs. And now if you've been just with one leg pedaling, change to the other side. If you want to carry on with two legs, go for it. Tour de France style. And inhale, comes up. Dropping the knee and pushing away with the exhale. Okay, now we'll do something here. We've done the core. We should really definitely do something for the knees as well. We did the calves, ankles, toes. So we're working our way through the whole lower body now still. And this one is for the side knee joint. And what we're going to do is support the leg here with the hands laced under the thigh and just making circles here. Again, synchronizing with the breath. Coming up, inhale, down, exhale. Nice and slow. Again, synchronize with the breath here. And pause, go back the other way. So counterclockwise. Exhale, release. And now the other side. So bringing the leg up, lacing the fingers under the thigh, and clockwise. Going around, coming up. On the inhale, swooping down with the exhale. Now this one you can also do positioned against the wall, seated, for example, for support, if that's more comfortable. Some people, after being in one position, even laying down, need some change or variation. So a lot of the things we're doing here, you can also, if you have a good wall behind you, and the mat, you can adapt accordingly. And now, clockwise, counterclockwise. Okay. And now lowering both legs. Now we'll go over to these straps now. We've done some nice movements here. Now it's time to get a little bit more opening the legs. So take the straps just under the arch of the foot. So make sure you have a good point there of support. And you want to just be laying flat here on the mat. And from here, you can just keeping the leg as straight as possible. Just bring it towards you by bending the elbows. If you want to go a little deeper, you feel flexible, you can roll your hands into the strap. It's a little bit easier to pull it towards you. You feel some back opening here on the backs of the legs, upper part of the legs. And this is one you just find a comfortable spot, hold it there. And again, with an exhale breath, if you feel a little bit of tension releasing and you can go a little bit further, try rolling the hands one more time or just bending the elbows a bit and bringing that knee towards the chest. And now when you're ready, bend the knee, unleash the strap as it were. And this time for the in-between, we'll do a knee hug. So fingers laced over the tops of the knees and just rocking side to side, releasing any tension there in the lower back. And now take the strap and repeat for the other side. Always in yoga, balance and sharing on each side of the body. So grabbing the strap here, bending the elbows. The straps are just on the arch of the foot. And just gently letting gravity, a bit of what I call gentle insistence, guide that knee towards the chest. Stay to wherever you're comfortable. Don't be moving back and forth. That's very important. Just find a comfortable sort of limit position or sustainable position. And then if you feel like things are getting a little bit more supple, tension's going away, you can roll the hands into the strap, bend the elbows a bit more, or just bend the elbows. That's fine too. And now exhale, release, bending the knee, letting go of the strap there. And definitely bring the knees out together. A knee hug here, side to side. And letting both legs forward. Work it off a little bit more with window wipers again. So feet side to side. Releasing attention there in the knees, the backs of the legs. Now, speaking of knees, what we're going to do now is completely invisible to the camera, I think, but it's very good for strengthening the knees. It's a knee flex, essentially. So we're going to do, with the inhale breath, you're flexing the kneecap, the area around the quads, and just on your own count. Don't rush it. Let's say 15 times. So inhale, flex, hold, then exhale, release. It's very nice. It's a subtle movement, but really, really helps strengthen that area around the knees. So if my friend Leslie's listening, hopefully she practices this technique and enjoys it. So hands down on the mat and just flexing 15 breaths on your own count. And again, inhale for the flex, exhale for the release. Okay, we've gotten to 15 now. Come seated up on the mat. And what we'll do from here, hopefully everybody has yoga bricks or some cushions nearby. We're going to do a twist before we finish with Shavasana. So the idea here is to use the one brick for the knees, one brick for the feet. And so you're going to be twisting, palms are facing down. And once you're there, you want to look the opposite direction. And really, the bricks are there just to make sure your shoulders are flat on the mat. If you're really flexible, maybe do without the bricks. or you can even do the extension with the legs completely straight. Depends on the lower back, and again, keeping the shoulders flat on the mat. So get your bricks more or less in alignment, hands out to the side, bring the knees up, and then just turn over, landing on the brick, feet and the knees. And then again, once you have your position here, sort of cross T with your arms, looking over to the other side, and just feel the extension there in the lower back. This is a really nice restorative pose. You can stay here for as long as you like almost. And just let the breath go there to that part of the lower back that's getting the attention. And now inhale, back to center. Definitely again a knee hug here for a reset. Lace the fingers over the knees, just side to side. And coming up, inhale. But now take the bricks and try for the other side here. So again, the knees and the feet, hands are going out. And exhale breath. Just let everything drop onto the bricks there, the knees, the feet. Look the opposite way. Keep your shoulders flat on the mat, palms facing down. And just enjoy. And now bring the knees together. Inhale. Lace the fingers. Rock side to side. Another hug. And now I've come to the end of this sequence for today. There are other techniques we can add in. We'll do I think, a continuation or a following of this another time. I'll put it up on the schedule so more people can join. The next thing we're going to do is the same as what I did this morning for out of bed and onto the wall, what I call the power shavasana. So you get the benefits of shavasana, the resting pose, while you get the inversion of the feet being higher than the head and the heart. So we're just going to take the mat here, turn it around. So we have a vertical position. Comfortable. Now, you always want to make sure the mat is a little bit raised up against the floor, the wall. Why? Well, this prevents getting a cold in the wall of the lower back, spine, base of the spine. So always good to use a little a bit on the mat as sort of a resting point there. You want to get as close to the wall as possible. Now this particular location is a bit tricky. I'm going to have to use a yoga brick for the ledge. This is not good to go off camera, but well, sometimes one has to improvise. So blue yoga brick here on the ledge so that it maintains a line and vertical. And I'll get as close as I can to the wall, touching the wall with the glutes. And then delicately placing this yoga brick here on the ledge so that I get a completely flat surface. Hands off to the side, palms facing up. And we're going to make sure the contact with the wall there. Now this is a great restorative pose. I've experimented a little bit, and if you do, let's say, a 15-minute nap or siesta here, it feels like you've been resting for 2 hours. So very, very beneficial. Definitely a go-to technique you can adapt into your day at other moments whenever you need it. So close your eyes. Just feel the rise and fall of the belly. Deep belly breath. Okay, now whenever you're ready, if you're using a brick like me for some reason, I don't think this is the most typical thing, but remove the brick first, and then roll to your left-hand side, back to the body. Use the 2 hands as a pillow. Recalibrate. And now we'll come up to seated position here. And sticking with the theme, laying on the mat. So, hands of the heart, namaste. Thank you very much for joining. Hope everybody's enjoyed it. And again, this sequence was for a close friend of mine. I hope she enjoys it. And have a great day. Namaste. Please subscribe to my channel, by the way.